Okay, so it's modular, right? So we start the network, and innate in that is the next gen firewall service, and then it's modular up from there. So we started from the network and we've moved into the security space. So let's talk a little bit about that. Where do we start and where could we potentially end?
So essentially what we're doing is we're converging a security stack and a network stack. So it's that convergence that's really providing the benefit to the customer, because we're optimizing and accelerating all the traffic across the globe, essentially. But we have that context then from a security perspective, because we have the packet, we decrypt it, and then we can run all the security checks on one single pass. So what that means is, to Raman's point earlier about, some players in the SASE space might be a single vendor, but they have different technologies because they would have done it through acquisition or OEM partnership or whatever. But because we've built the entire stack from the network into the security all the way up your OSI model, essentially, because we've taken that approach, once we decrypt that packet, we can do a single pass of all our security checks, re-encrypt it, and send it on its way. So it's really, and I think this plays back to your point as well about, customers giving us the keys to the kingdom. I think, Cato's not a supplier, okay? We're a partner, and we're providing your network as a service, okay? And essentially, customers need to know how that's architected. They need to understand how robust it is. They need to know that there's a 5.9 SLA sitting beside it, behind it rather. And then the referenceability comes in with talking to other customers. Our best advocates are existing customers. Cato is really about, it's a business enabler. And that's the way that we would view it, because if our service is letting the companies who buy our solution that we partner with, if it gives them a competitive edge and enables their business to thrive, that's where we want to be. So, it's all the way through the network up to the security stack, and it's across that WAN to LAN area. And, we're saying, hey guys, let us do this for you. You can consume, you can manage, you can configure, but let us provide the service, and you can concentrate on more business critical and projects that would give the business an edge. So that's our sort of approach.
Moving into, I suppose, the way that the product is architected. It's cloud native, got 90 odd points of presence around the globe. All the heavy lifting is happening in the points of presence.
Yeah.
So we're shifting that out of the client's premise, shifting it away from the device, from the appliance. So let's just talk a little bit about that, about the way that it's architected.
Yeah.
I think.
So again, it's those points of presence are all colo locations. So we don't want to be beholden on, a hyperscaler contract. One of the big hyperscaler companies, if they raise their prices or change their model, that would mean that would have to flow down to our customers. And it would mean that, it takes that agility that we're providing to our customers, it would negatively affect that. So we've taken an approach where we partner with many different colo providers. They're all tier 5 data center providers. But within those locations, it's all Cato's own hardware and software. We've written our own routing protocols. And this is where this Netflix model is coming in as well, is that the architecture is built for failure. And, there's some really good material up on our website around a lot of recent well-known failures. There was a Red Sea subsea cable where the Houthis took it out. And, Cato customers in that region were all able to work as normal. Okay. And that's a real business enabler. While their competition were down, Cato customers that we partner with were able to keep their business up. And then there was other big outages in London and Paris, which are well documented, where the same would have happened. So the architecture is always about, this service has to be provided. You're giving us your network. We need to underpin it with a 5.9 SLA with penalties. and we need to make sure that we can deliver that at all times. And that's at the base of the architecture. And then on top of that, then we're building the stack around security and zero trust, and enabling people to be followed from an identity perspective, that you get the same policy, the same look and feel, the same experience, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what edge you're coming from. So it's all about simplification, agility, and then security.
Yeah.
And that's really
and the key thing is in that we keep on investing in that resilient network. On average, about 3 POPs are added every quarter on a global basis on top of the 90 we have. And again, a POP is a point of presence, and there's multiple data centers within that POP. We're bringing on Nigeria shortly in the next couple of weeks as well. Again, based on a customer that has requested that, and then we've gone and delivered that. So we listen to our customers. We want to make sure also our POPs are in region where they need to be, because we want to be as close as possible to the end user, right? That the better it is for them, but the better it is for us. So that's also a key element. We keep on investing also on broadening out that architecture, and not just sticking with what we have, right? And investing there.
How long does it take to deploy a POP?
It depends on contracts, but typically, if everything is done, you could say and connectivity is there, it could be about a month.
So anywhere within a month, if the business is there,
if the business is there and the contracts are in place with the data center, it would be about a month.